All right, in this episode, we talk about flying open
and the arm path for catchers.
All right, Fred Porcio, Steve Godani here, the at Top Velocity hashtag Pitch Tip Show. Danger, the most dangerous pitching show and baseball tip show online.
Danger.
Where you go to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, at Top Velocity hashtag Pitching Tips, hashtag baseball tips. We actually got some baseball tips in here today. You asked your question, we answered on the show. If you haven't watched the show already, we've had a lot of great questions. So look back and watch all those old shows. Check out the new Top Velocity Baseball Science series. Ooh, pretty wicked. Wicked Smart. It's a Wicked Smart series.
I don't know where that came from, but I like
That's my Boston accent, pretty bad. Yeah, and then we'll be the ABCA Nationals, or the convention, National Convention. Keep saying that because I want a lot of guys to show up, man. I've been saying this forever.
Yeah,
just getting closer and closer.
I've noticed every single episode.
We better have like hundreds of guys, and we probably have no one on. Come on, don't make me waste my air on this.
There's probably a couple hot chicks that watch that'll show
Yeah, there
up.
you go. Maybe, yeah, sounds good to me. Yeah. All right, first question.
Anthony and Tolan asks, how do you keep from having your head fly open and look away before release?
Okay, if I see someone with their heads flying open and they don't even see their pitch, they're looking over here, looking off to, say, a righty, looking off to first base, that's someone who's very rotational, overcompensating to generate the shoulder speeds with their upper body, their glove side. The glove side's probably pulling, their head's pulling across their body. Okay, so it's overcompensation. And that becomes from a lack of power in the lower half. So you really need to go back and address the lower half and get your power going, which that power is down the mound towards the target, and that linear drive, and that front leg stability, helping convert that into the trunk, and we get all that linear trunk energy. So we got to see it in the lower half, we got to see it convert to the trunk. When that trunk starts moving to the target, then we'll kill that rotation. If I hit front foot and I have no energy in my trunk, all I can do is pull and rotate, and that's when the head starts flying. It's just following the glove side, and that's the issues you're having. So you could be an early trunk rotator. You're pulling everything to generate and overcompensate for the arm, or get to put the speeds in the arm because you don't have the trunk wanting to move forward, or the arm is just riding the trunk, and the head staying with that trunk movement, following that trunk movement. We also talk about chin tucks, keeping the chin behind the trunk or with the chest, and just move through the chest, not through the chin. All those things are going to be really key for you killing from flying open. Anything you want to add to killing rotation?
Yeah, just the linear power behind it is huge for killing the rotation. But if you're somebody that is doing that, like pulling off and getting a lot of glove side pull, and really doing everything they can to like speed up the arm, overcompensating with the arm to try to create velocity, that's really harsh on your UCL. And it's going to be hard for you to start really implementing linear power because you probably have no idea how to use your lower half to create linear power down the mound.
Awesome. Yeah, good point. Let us know if you have any issues working on that. Next question.
Anthony and Tolan asks, how do you keep from having your head fly open and look away before release?
Congratulations, Greg. You're the first guy
First catcher question.
to ask a catcher question.
Nice.
Okay, might be a little rusty here. I'm going to brush the dust off.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, catchers, similar arm paths to pitchers. Pitchers, if you look at my arm action video, it would be a very similar arm path. Now, here's the thing is, timing of arm cocking has to be a little bit quicker than a pitcher. A pitcher coming off the mound can delay the arm because they have time to build a stride to front foot. A catcher coming out of the pop-up gets to front foot so quick because pop-up speeds have a high correlation to pop times that you have to, because you're trying to transfer the ball to the hand, you have to be very quick to get it up. So they call it a short arm, but still pitchers are going to have that flexed arm movement, unless you're David Ardsma who wants to extend it out. But the point is ideal to have a flex pattern. We're talking about catching. You don't know anything about catching. Oh, big gulps, huh?
See you later.
See you later. See bass. Sorry about that interruption.
That's crazy.
Back to the scheduled program. So arm flexed is going to be important. Quick transfer, and we got to get it up fast. So as much as your number one priority as a catcher is to pop up out of your, get out of your squat position, and get in transition quick into your lower half, your back leg drive, and transferring your energy into your front foot. While that's going on, and that's your number one priority, you have to quickly get the arm into flexion and get the arm into the cock position. Still though, I want to get into the cock position the same way, where as I cock it up, my elbow goes behind my back, not excessively, but a good amount to load the scap. And then external rotation comes after that, where we go into full arm cocking. And then just like a good pitcher, as that energy is released from the lower half movements, that trunk goes forward, the arm goes back, so it rotates and the trunk goes forward and the arm goes back, okay? And then we go into internal rotation or extension, internal rotation, pronation, just like a pitcher would, and that would be it. I know the reason catchers can have good pop times and low ball speeds is because they don't build as much power and get all the linear aspects of the lower half like a pitcher would, and therefore they're also quicker. That's why being quick to get the arm up is because you're not taking all the time to do that. So, but you're still trying to get as much power out of your pop up through your lower half work, and then cock that arm as far as you can, because when your front foot lands, which is going to happen quickly, your arm has to be cocked. If you land and your arm's still coming up, what's going to happen is you're probably going to, and you're going through the same arm path, you're probably going to throw the ball harder to second, but it could actually work against your pop time, because pop time really is a balance of the speed to release and then the speed behind the ball. So if you're like losing a good half second, but adding 10 miles an hour on the ball, you got to see how that balances out in your overall pop time when you clock it, and it's a balance there. So it's like, I can throw harder on that throw where I get more drive, more lower half behind it, but it's or when I delay my arm clocking a little bit, but it's slowing me down so much to release that it's killing my good pop time. So you've got to work that balance. But a good arm path is going to be very much the same as a pitcher, but the quicker you are to the arm cocking and the less power you're building down here is going to get you quicker to release, but you are going to lose speed. So you understand the difference between you and a pitcher is you got to play that balance. Quickness to release, power behind the ball, and how does that equate to that overall pop time? Anything you want to add?
I never played catcher, so no. They said if you want to play catcher, you got to be funny, and they said I wasn't funny enough for one, and then I would weigh like $145, so like this just looks ridiculous.
Okay, so he's out on catcher. Well, you better start studying, because we might get a lot more catcher questions.
I know. I gotta get up on my catcher game. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put him to work on the catcher stuff. I have studied. If you get the 2X bundle, which is the 2X velocity, which is for all position players, and then add to that, which we have it bundled, the 2X 2.0 pop time program. I have some great studies in there on catchers, and it helps you understand the biomechanics that I break down and all the drills that I've put in specifically for you to help train these movements, improving both the speed to release and the force for the speed behind the ball, and to really reduce or get that sub 2.0 pop time. All right, so good question. If you have another question, please go to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, ask your question at Top Velocity, #baseball tips, #pitching tips, and we'll answer on the show. Or come on down to 3X Velocity camps, or check out our 2X programs. And we also have 2X camps, just typically right now more set up as private camps, but they are there if you need it. See you next time.